Money plays. How you guys doing tonight? So it's been kind of bugging me. Last week I did a show, and this black guy came up to me afterwards and told me I was a racist. And I'm not racist at all. Like I give 30 cents a day to a kid in Africa that I've never met before. Like that guy probably wouldn't give money to a kid he never met before, even if it was his own kid and court ordered, you know. I was born and raised in Vegas. Anyone else born and raised in Vegas? Yeah, whenever I go out of the state and tell people that I was born and raised in Vegas, they think I must have had a crazy childhood. But it was pretty normal. I mean, there's probably some slight differences, like the blow was probably better. Like the hookers were probably better looking, but I went to the same underground drug raves that everyone did in elementary school. I had a rough childhood. Growing up, my parents are still together. Like all my friends got to have 2 Christmases and I only got to have 1. Like, I don't want love, I want presents. Growing up, me and my brothers used to make fun of each other for being gay. And my mom would get pissed. She's like, don't call your brother gay or he's going to start to believe it. I'm pretty sure if that's how you turn people gay, then everyone would be gay. But don't worry, if I happen to turn him gay, I'll tell a bunch of straight jokes until he turns back. So relax. So it was like my goal in life to tell a gay joke that's so funny that my mom couldn't help but laugh at it. So we're about to go to a wedding, and my mom asked us if we're ever going to get married. And I said, yeah, one day I'll probably get married. And my little brother said, no, I'm never getting married. So I put my hand on his shoulder and I said, don't worry, one day they'll pass the gay marriage law. So my mom busted up laughing, but now my little brother's gay. And all the straight jokes in the world don't seem to turn him back. So my bad, Mom. You guys have an imaginary friend when you guys were kids? Yeah, me too. His name was Jesus. I eventually grew out of him, but the weird thing is, my parents still play along. I'm not 8 anymore. You guys can drop it. In the news a little while back, there was an article about Justin Bieber, and he went to the Anne Frank house, and in the back on the book, he wrote, I wish that if Anne Frank was still alive, that she would be a believer, which is a Justin Bieber fan. And, and a lot of people thought this was an insensitive thing to write, but I started to think about it. It's like, if Anne Frank was still alive, she'd probably wish Justin Bieber died in the Holocaust. My friend who's a lawyer actually gave me that joke, so I was like, next time I got some solid legal advice, it's all yours, buddy.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Edward Scissorhands? I love that movie, but I always think that it's got to suck so bad to be Edward Scissorhands. Not because I'd have scissors for hands, but just because I wouldn't have a penis. Okay, so I work in a restaurant, and the other day this lady asked me what the happy hour specials were. And I was like, we don't have happy hour specials on Saturday. And she looks at me all crazy, and she says, it's Tuesday. So most people might be off by a day, but I was off by as much as you could possibly be off. That's why I don't think it's fair that my girlfriend gets mad at me because I can't remember her birthday. I try so hard, but it gets lost in the recesses of my brains, geography and long division. But to be fair, I've been celebrating Memorial Day my whole life, and I can't even tell you what month that's in. Veterans Day, no idea. We've only been dating for 7 years. These holidays have been around since I was born. So, let me get these holidays down first, and then I'll work on remembering your birthday. I barely know when Christmas is, and that's just because I wouldn't be a very good Christian if I didn't know the day that Santa died on the cross. So I bought some pills to help with my memory, but the problem is I always forget to take them. So, my girlfriend, she's super insecure, and it really bugs me. I probably wouldn't cheat on her so much if she wasn't so insecure. Don't worry, I don't really have a girlfriend. You guys don't have to get all pissed off. You ever get into a relationship a couple months in, and the girl tells you some crazy shit that she didn't disclose in the beginning? She waits till you're kind of sucked in to let you know. Well, I was dating this girl for a little while, and a couple months into it, she tells me she's bulimic. But I only date anorexics. Bulimics still retain a lot of water weight, and their breath is usually really bad from all the stomach acid. But And I admire anorexics because they know perfection's impossible, but they'll still strive for it until the day they die. But I really like this girl, so like I kept dating her for a couple months, but every time she'd go to the bathroom, it just bothered me more and more. Like all I can think is, does she know how much that Hot Pocket cost? Like, stop wasting my money and get a real eating disorder already. Like, what the fuck? I said that joke, and after the show, I said that joke one time, and after the show, this lady came up to me, and she's like, my friend's anorexic. And I was like, good, give her my phone number. I'll take her out to watch me eat. So the other day, this lady called me a narcissist, and I was fucking pissed that she didn't compliment my new haircut. Like, I don't know what narcissist means, but when you're this beautiful, who needs to be educated, right? All right, so in China, there's a law that states that you can only have one kid. So what ends up happening is, like, they want a male to carry on, like, the family legacy, the tradition, so the last name carries on. So what happens is a lot of female babies get thrown away in the trash. And that is so fucked up, like they should recycle those babies. Like we need to make this a better place for our sons and our sons' sons and our sons' sons' sons, Have you ever noticed, like, the more street cred someone has, the lower their credit score usually is? Like, I've never killed anyone, but I can get financed on a car, so, I mean, which one's better? So, like, back in the day, like, when you had a headache, people would think that demons were trying to escape from your skull, so they would drill a hole in your head so the demons could escape. And that's just ridiculous to me. I think it's more ridiculous that my friends think the cure for alcohol poisoning is to draw a bunch of penises on my face. We actually had a friend die one time, and I was like, I guess we just didn't draw enough penises on his face. But at least his mom had a good laugh when she went to identify the body, so I guess there's a silver lining to that. All right, that's all I got. You guys have been a good audience. My name's Waddle.